Hello. Today we're going to talk about the structure of a 5-section thesis paper. Now this is fairly straightforward, and you may have heard this before in your high school lessons, but the structure of a 5-section thesis essay is fairly universal. There's only one essay in this class that we're going to do that does not follow this format, and that essay is actually the narrative, which is I've made into a video for you to watch concerning that essay. But for everybody else, for all the other essays, you're going to be doing the 5-section thesis essay. Okay. Now this 5-section thesis essay, there are 5 sections. There is the introduction. Okay. The introduction. There are 3 subtopics. And then there is a conclusion. Okay. Now, the introduction has a hook. This hook is the story, statistic, purpose-setting question, sometimes a joke that leads us into the paper. Okay, it sometimes is used to justify. It's a story that's used to justify the paper being there to support the thesis, to justify having to discuss the thesis. Then you have after this essay, or after this thesis, or I'm sorry, after this hook, you have a thesis and a preview of your subtopics. Okay. Now you can do it one of 2 ways. You can have your hook, then your thesis, then your subtopics, or you can have your hook and then you can talk about your 3 subtopics as reasons to discuss the thesis, and then you have your thesis statement at the end of your at the end of your introduction. Okay. Then you have your 3 subtopics. These are the 3 things you want to discuss that support your thesis. 3 things that you wanted, 3 subtopics, the 3 areas you want to discuss that supports your thesis, that helps prove your thesis true. Each one of those is going to have a topic sentence. Okay. Each one of those is going to have a transition at the very beginning. So you'd have like first, second, and third, or first, next, lastly. And then you're going, each essay or each subtopic is going to have that topic statement. And then it's going to have what we call extension or expansion. Okay, the subtopic is a concise, or the subtopic with its topic sentence is a concise overview of your subtopic paragraph. Okay, just like a topic sentence of all paragraphs. You do this 3 times. And then you have your conclusion. Now your conclusion is almost always just going to be a restatement of your introduction. You're going to restate your topic, or you're going to restate your thesis. Then you're going to review your topics, your subtopics. Then you're going to revisit your hook. Okay. Now, this is kind of weird, this conclusion part, because it does restate a lot of stuff, and we feel like folks don't want to read it, but you got to have it. Okay. Look at every example, every student example in your textbook for every essay style that we go through, and you're going to see that conclusion restating the things in your introduction. Okay. Now, every essay that we've got, except for the narrative, which we'll talk about in that other video, has to have the introduction, the 3 subtopics, and the conclusion. It must have a hook. It must have a statement of your thesis and a preview of your subtopics. Each subtopic must have a topic sentence. Each subtopic must expand upon that subtopic or that topic sentence of each subtopic. And then that conclusion must have a restatement of your thesis, restatement of your subtopics, and a revisiting of your hook. Now, I tell this to every class, and I don't know how well it works, but I'm going to tell you as well. I mean, I don't know how many people listen to me. Look at those student models. Look at them. Look and see how they do it. All right, those are there. And I've chosen this textbook specifically because it's really good student written examples of each essay style. And you can model your paper over after theirs. It does not mean you're going to copy their words. It does not mean you're going to use their thesis statement. You're not going to do that. But you're going to see where they place the thesis. You're going to look at see where they put their subtopics. You're going to look at and see how they start each subtopic, how they conclude their essay. Those models are there as examples for you to look at when you're writing your paper. Okay. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or send me a remind.com. You have a good day.